Hi everyone. Today is National Just One Family Day. And at first when I heard that I thought that meant a household of one, which is me. But then I actually investigated it and I found that it is something where people are being called to sing a particular song. And I'll put the information about this song and the links to the information about how this day was founded, and it's to share a song on social media, which is really calling everyone to understand we only have one planet that we live on. For all this sci-fi and fantasy about populating other worlds, we really have this one planet, and we can't bank on all of our abilities with technologies to make sure we can send ourselves to other planets if we destroy life here. And it's a call to remember valuing human life, but it's also for us to be the caretaker and feel a sense of stewardship over the rest of life on this planet and to take care of it. And so I wanted to do my part and contribute. I don't have a choir with me. I cannot convince my friends from the real world to do this, so you are stuck with me in my voice. I will try to find a background song to help flood me out a little. But I actually kind of got a little teary-eyed about this, and I thought it was an important message to give, and especially because there's so much horror and war in the world that I feel is needless, and I feel like it's just part of the human animal to want to fight, and I wish it would just stop because there's so much beauty in all that we have and all we have to offer in our creativeness and our intelligence and our ingenuity to do good for this world. And there's just so much we can do to help each other and to help protect what's here if we're not for greed and egos and all those vices. So I'm not here to preach. I'm here to try to sing the song as best I can, to participate and show my support for the idea behind National Just One Family Day. So here we go. There are children in Korea. This sounds so... Okay, I'm going to try again. Okay. Maybe I should just say it. I don't know. Okay. There are children in Korea and Mexico too, and Afghanistan, Norway and Sudan, Australia and Peru. But no matter where they're from, and no matter where they go, they all live, they all love, and there's something they should know. We share just one planet, it's all that we've got, and it should never ever be forgotten that people are just people, not symbols, not tokens. We're live human beings, so easily broken. We're sisters, we're brothers, we're neighbors and we're friends. We're all here together from the beginning to the end. We're mothers, we're fathers, we're daughters, we're sons. We're one human family, that's all, just one. There are people in Alaska and some in Nepal, and they sing and they dance, and they want a chance to join with us all. 'Cause no matter where we're from, and no matter where we go, we all live, we all love, and there's something we should know. We share just one planet, it's all that we've got. Please let it never ever be forgotten that people are people, not symbols, not tokens. We're live human beings, so easily broken. We're sisters, We're brothers, we're neighbors and friends. We're here together from the beginning to the end. We're mothers, we're fathers, we're daughters, we're sons. We're one human family. That's all just one. I kind of like this song. It reminds me of the 80s when all the major singers got together and sang about being one world. And I'm thinking about the movie coming out for Bob Marley and his feelings about one love. And just share, like, I've been all over the world. I have. And as a young person, and through school and through sports and through dancing and through just curiosity and travel and to educate myself and to learn languages, because ever since I was a child, it was in me to be so curious about. For all the people we'll never meet that went before us, who sent their wishes and their prayers and their tears into the wind, and we breathe in what they exhaled, and we're going to leave before some of the children in our own families will be born to ever know us and hold them and meet them. We can leave behind words to the future. We can't really reach to the past and tell them thank you. But I've always thought about the wind and always thought about our breath. And in this one moment right now, only so many of us are here for all time. And in a blink of an eye, many of us are leaving and others are coming in. And right now we're just here. And I was always so curious to go all around the world to meet everyone and see how are they living. They must be dreaming like me. They must be hoping for things I hope for. They must be hurt by the things I'm hurt. But we all have such different choices in our cultures, our religions, our thinking, our personal philosophies, whatever it is. I may not have had those words as a child, but I knew we were breathing in the same air. We're under the same sky. We're standing on the same rock that's flying through the universe by some miracle. We are here right now, and I'll never get to meet you all face to face in person, but I've certainly tried just a little bit. And sorry that I can't sing, but I will sing. It's my superpower. Singing badly is what I do to motivate people to do things. Like sing louder than me, so you don't have to hear what I'm doing. But I think it's got a good point to it. Now, I have signed up for the charter of the first trip to populate Mars. It'll come up when I'm old, I suppose. And I'd be curious about all that, but the truth is so much can go wrong, and our lives are so fragile. We only get so much time on the best of days. It's also why I stopped killing bugs. They may only get 3 hours to have a whole lifetime. We have so much more than that, yet what we have can be cut so short unexpectedly, or as long as it can be, is still short in the history of the whole human life and everything that went before that. They've been gone for so long. Like, I don't want to depress you, but I just feel like, man, I love tigers, and they're all on the endangered species list, and some varieties are gone. Like, we all must feel that way about something. We're all aware of something out there. It's very unfortunate. And we just have this one planet. I don't want people to mine the moon. I don't want people to mine to the very depths of to go past our mantle. Stop messing with our axis. Ever since, according to my aunt who lived to 99 years of age, who grew up with horse and buggy, she said, ever since they shot that rocket and pierced through our atmosphere, the weather's never been the same. And so, really, do we have to keep messing things up just because we're bored? There are things to fix down here. As much as we can do things, it doesn't always mean we should. And again, I'm not supposed to be here telling people what to do. I'm not. I'm just kind of, I guess, making a plea because I want to participate in the spirit of National Just One Family Day. I'm just one person. Sometimes I recycle. Admittedly, sometimes I don't. When I'm in a bad mood and I want to protest how cruddy human beings are, I don't recycle. knowing that somebody's got kids out there they'd like to know are going to be okay once we're gone. And I do actually think about that sometimes. When I get mad, I don't recycle. That's horrible. It is horrible. But I do believe it's not fair to all the other life on the planet that we wipe it all out for ourselves. There's got to be other ways when we are this advanced. There's got to be other ways. And I took philosophy classes and history classes at one point, and one thing I heard that kind of stuck with me is there is a belief in some circles that the ancient, like, cradle of our history and all that, ancient Rome, ancient Greece, whatever, it's not that they couldn't have built the robots and harnessed electricity, it's that they chose to be more one with the earth and not destroy it. And they also maintain a sense of wonder. They also had really great mathematics, you know, and great monuments that lasted through time, unfortunately, through the backs of slaves. That's the unfortunate part. But, boy, do we all have history. Amazing, fantastic, horrifying, and miraculous history for us to be here right now. And one thing I know about where I live in the world, whenever I go to Toronto and anyone comes to visit me from another country that I've met wandering through this world on purpose, not because I wasn't welcome, not because I walk alone, not because I was shunned or excommunicated, not because I don't have a family, because I was curious to meet the world and to see all the different ways people were surviving, believing and celebrating and cherishing and blessing and all that stuff. I think it's amazing that in Toronto you lock yourself underground in this little land rocket, this train whipping by, and you're all in this compartment with people who represent heritages from all over the world. And I'm going to also acknowledge that there were First Nations there that got pushed out, murdered out, and all that, though there are survivors and rebuilding, and their communities too here. They've never disappeared. They've never simply gotten, okay, biotic. But I mean in Toronto, there are First Nations groups. There were friendship centers, even though some of them unfortunately closed down. Others are still open in the greater GTA area that I know of. And thriving again, thriving, reinculturating, everything. These are all success stories, overcoming the bad stuff. And even in my daily life just today, children were making certain comments, and I talked about it a little with them, that a lot of us are here because we left war zones, or our parents did, or our parents as children were carried out of war zones by our grandparents and our aunts and uncles. And we're here in this part of the world where we're so lucky. I'm so lucky not to be shot or bombed because I want to go to school, or a funeral, or a wedding day, or to educate myself in higher education. It's very important because it's not happening all around the world. And I find it so unfortunate that is the case, and so needless. And I wish it could just stop. I wish everyone would just stop and protect peace and rebuild our communities and rebuild the nature in our communities and protect the animals that are left. Let them have their space too. The fact that we can make high-rises work and not fall over in bad weather, means we don't have to just keep spreading out. There's got to be other solutions. Anyways, that's my little, I guess, rant. I don't really consider it a rant. It's just kind of a plea. And those of you who can sing better than I do, please look up this song. I'll put the details where you can find a video of it on YouTube with children singing, and the people who wrote the song singing behind them. There are choirs out there doing this. There's lots of people doing this. Join in on the day. Have some fun with it if you're a good singer, or if you like to sing. Who cares? I'm a terrible singer. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with my voice, but I just wanted to participate. And I'd like to challenge you to participate too. Find the song or copy it off of me. Do it better than I can do. And why did I pick this background for this? Right now my tomatoes are growing in the backyard, and all the students I had last year, over 200 of them. Right now, their tomatoes are blooming at the same time because we started it as a project, sent them home for Mother's Day as free gifts the children could give, and I hope they're remembering me. I'm thinking of all of them. And these tomatoes, they come from Tomatosphere, which means they're pollinated in space at the International Space Station. And I just feel like I talk to my tomatoes. I want to make sure they grow. Oh, I'm going to be so happy when I eat them. I just, feel comforted. My grandparents, they grew tomatoes in the backyard. My aunts and uncles all did it. In Italy, of course, they abandoned the fields where we all came from because of Chernobyl, not being sure if the soil was safe to eat from anymore. They buy it in tins and make fun of us because we're like the time warp. You fled to Canada, to a safe place so your children don't die in war, and we're grinding tomatoes in our backyards this time of year to make tomato sauce and jar it up for the season. And it's awesome. It's awesome sauce, literally. So I wanted to sing the song with the comfort of the tomatoes that remind me of grandparents, remind me of something we do that's a cultural heritage kind of thing, and remember that I'm on the side of the world of peace, where it's relatively safe. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to be here with my tomatoes I can eat right from my own garden. And so that's why I chose this backdrop for today. Also, you're going to notice I sent out a short today for National Hug and High Five Day. So go look for that. Give me a high five. Give me a high five on your screen. That's the only way I can reach you guys. But I found a clever way to do it. I sent a high five and hug out to everybody out there today, and wish the best for all of us. So have a wonderful day, Msouls. And I'll see you next time. I will be live many hours from now tonight for Riddle Me Din Din. It is Hobbit month for me. So coming out and find out what Hobbit menu I've got in store. All right. Take care, everybody. One love, one family, one planet. Let's take care of it and each other. This is Venus Callida signing off.